Hi, this is KWED Sports Director Mike McBride, and this is a play-by-play highlight clip from our radio broadcast of the final 4 games of Texas Lutheran's run to the national championship at the 2019 D3 Softball World Series, beginning with the Friday win over Eastern Connecticut State and running through the Monday championship series sweep of Emory. Before we start, congratulations again to the players, coaches, and everybody else involved with the 2019 Bulldogs. It has been, without question, the highlight of my 17 years in broadcasting to cover the championship run of this incredible group of student athletes. So we hope you enjoy the highlight clip and hope listening brings back some great memories. We pick it up in the second inning of the second round game against Eastern Connecticut State with TLU trailing 3-0. Chastity Rains on first and Cassie Maddox at the plate. And the 1-0 delivery. That's chopped hard into center field on the ground past the diving effort of Lewis. Base hit. Rounding second, Chastity Rains. Rounding third, coming in to score. And the Bulldogs have made it a 3-1 ball game. That hard shot along the ground made it all the way out into the right center gap before Sabrina Lemaire was able to catch up to it. Rains scoring from first. 1-1 delivery comes home. That's chopped high. Back to the pitcher. The throw home, the slide in, and safe underneath the tag of Megan Hodgson to score the run. Cassie Maddox hustling up the third baseline. Maddox sliding underneath the tag of Hodgson. Bolduc with the 2-2. That is ripped in the right center gap. Back to the fence. Here comes Rebecca Snow around third to score the go-ahead run. Behind her, Madison Cates being waved in, and she slides in safely as well. 2 runs driven in, and the Bulldogs take a 5-3 lead. Rains making it all the way to third. Driving in 2. Chastity Rains is 2 for 2 now, and she drives in both Snow and Cates. And the Bulldogs have scored 5 straight runs after falling behind 3-0. They lead it 5-3. Began her collegiate softball career at Midland Junior College before transferring to Texas Lutheran. Rips this one out in the right center gap. That drops. It's off the wall on one bounce. Chastity Rains scoring easily, and that's an RBI double for Cassie Maddox. 3 runs across in this half inning. TLU leads it 6-3. First and third with 2 down. Alexis Terrell digs in. Tying run at third, winning run at first. 7-6 ball game. Oliveira trying to paint the outside corner. Missed away. 1 ball and 2 strikes for Terrell. Hodgson standing at third. She represents the tying run. Kayla Oliveira trying to strand her. The 1-2 pitch. Cold strike on the outside corner, and TLU survives. They stop the Eastern Connecticut State rally, leaving the tying run stranded at third and the potential winning run at first. A 7-6 win for Texas Lutheran over Eastern Connecticut State. Roach at third, behind her Jordan at second, nobody out. Bottom of the third, and Martin digs back in. The lefty freshman swings at the 0-1. That's a base hit into center field. Here comes Roach to tie up the ball game. And Jordan given the stop sign at third. Now a throw back to second from third, and sliding in well ahead of the tag there, Casey Martin. So an RBI single by Casey Martin, driving in Cassie Roach, ties up the game 1-1. 5 for 8 with 2 doubles. 3 runs scored in World Series play. This is lined, fair ball into the corner right field. And here comes Casey Martin to score. Rebecca Snow given the stop sign at third. That's an RBI double for Madison Cates, driving in Casey Martin at a 2-1 lead for TLU. 1-0 pitch is on the way home. That's chopped into right field. Base hit. Casey Martin rounding second, headed for third. She'll be waved around, fielding it in deep right field. Murdoch throws back on the infield. There's a tag down at third for the out, but the run does score. Casey Martin scores from first to tie up the game. Rebecca Snow, trying to stretch that into a triple, is thrown out at third. Murdoch over to McHugh, and McHugh with the tag of Snow after the RBI double to drive in Casey Martin, but she couldn't make it quite to third. That tag was there by McHugh as Snow slid in and tried to stretch that into 3. But the game tied up. Bulldogs have knotted it up 3-3. This ball is ripped deep to left field, and it's off the wall over the glove of Lexi Clark. Skylar Ouellette with a stand-up double. Full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes for Chastity Rains. Skylar Ouellette, the TLU base runner at second with 2 down. TLU and Trine tied up 3-3 in the bottom half of the 5th. The 3-2 pitch lined right off the glove of Campman and then booted by the second baseman. Here comes Skylar Ouellette to score the go-ahead run. Bulldogs lead it 4-3. The ball first deflected off the glove of Campman, and then over toward Claire Ryan, and she couldn't glove it either. 3-2 pitch. That ball's lined into left field. Base hit. Hernandez will be given the stop sign at third, though, because it was hard hit. And playing shallow, Lexi Clark able to field it and throw quickly enough to third to prevent any opportunity for Hernandez to score. But Hernandez does slide into third safely. Kelly Jordan's now 2 for 4. 1 ball, 2 strikes again for Rebecca Snow. The double last time she was up, her 4th World Series hit. She stands in with runners at second and third and 2 down. Her Bulldogs leading Trine 4-3. Bottom of the 6th. 1-2 pitch. That ball's lined up the middle, and that's a base hit. Here comes Hernandez to score, and the throw over to first not in time. And behind Hernandez, Jordan comes in to score as well. 2 runs across. TLU's lead over Trine is 6-3 in the bottom of the 6th. The Bulldogs, with 2 outs, have tacked on 2 insurance runs. And Kayla Oliveda will be working with a 6-3 lead. Oliveda with the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss! Texas Lutheran is going to play for a national title tomorrow. 6-3, the Bulldogs win it. 6-3, TLU defeats Trine on semifinal Sunday in the D3 Softball World Series. They're 3-0 in the Division III Championship final tournament here in Tyler at Suddenlink Field. And the Bulldogs advance to the championship round. There would definitely be some poetic justice for the Bulldogs on the home field of the team that has kept them from advancing beyond the regional so many times. If they won a national championship on this field, boy, what a redemption story that would be for the Bulldogs and some of the older players on this team that have been part of those losses to UT Tyler in the past, including in the Seguin, Texas Regional a year ago. This pitch is looped out into shallow center field. That drops for a base hit. And given the stop sign at third base, Kelly Jordan, Rebecca Snow with a single at its first and third with 1 down. Just popped it up in the air out of the reach of the second baseman, Sarah Katz, and too shallow for Jenna Wilson and Sammy Feller, who were playing at standard depth. So bloop single. And runners at the corners with 1 down. Skylar Willett comes to the plate. She lines this one in the gap out to left center. That's going to bring in a run easily. Jordan trots home from third to score, and that's a stand-up RBI double by Skylar Willett to give TLU a 1-0 lead. First pitch, that ball's roped out into right field. Base hit, run scores. Jordan trotting in to tie up the game 2-2. Skylar Willett's 2 for 2 with 2 RBIs. This time a single after a double in the first. And she's picked back up her postseason pace. She was the most outstanding player in both the Marshall, Texas Regional and the McMinnville, Oregon Super Regional, but she started off this tournament 0 for 10. Her last 3 times she's been up since that 0 for 10 start, double and run scored, RBI double, RBI single. Here's Madison Cates with Willett standing at first. Swings at the first pitch, drills it out into the gap, left center field. Willett motoring around second, motoring around third. She'll come home and slide in underneath the tag and score to give TLU the 3-2 lead. Willett hustling around from first to give TLU the 3-2 lead. Madison Cates with the RBI double. Roach digs back in. The 0-1 delivery comes home. That's ripped out to left field into the gap. 1 bounce off the wall. Here comes Raines. Behind her, Maddox. 2 more runs driven in. Oliveda the stop sign at third. And the Bulldogs now lead at 6-2. 2-run double by Cassie Roach. The floodgates have opened here in the bottom of the third. Hard ground ball up the third base line. It deflects off the third baseman. Everybody's safe and the run scores. Oliveda sprints in from third, and the Bulldogs lead at 7-2. You had a diving effort there by Aragon trying to knock that ball down. She was able to put a glove on it, but couldn't field it cleanly. And that'll be scored a base hit for Jordan. Give her the RBI driving in Oliveda because it was a diving effort, not a routine play. Casey Martin at the plate with runners at first and third. Roach the lead runner at third. Jordan back behind her and a throw down to second. They've got Jordan in a pickle and now an overthrow into center field, and Roach comes home to score to make it 8-2, and Jordan strides into third. Kelly Jordan putting pressure on the defense. They had her in a pickle. Casey Martin steps in now. She lines a ball out into left field. Another run's going to come in. RBI single for Casey Martin. Kelly Jordan sprints in to score her 3rd run of the game. 9-2 Texas Lutheran. in the bottom of the third.
1-2 pitch. That's lifted out to left field. Base hit. Madison Cates will come in to score. Waved around behind her Maddox. 2 runs in for TLU. And motoring into second on the throw is Kayla Oliveira.
Bases loaded, 1 down for Emory. Top of the 5th. TLU leading 12-4. Emory trying to deactivate the mercy rule. And a leaping catch on the right side of the infield. Then a throw to first. Double play. Game's over. Casey Martin catches the line drive of Weisenberg. Throws back to Cates for the runner Ryan, who left without tagging up. That's a game-ending double play. TLU has a 1-0 series lead in the championship round of the D3 World Series. 12-4 run rule victory in Game 1 for the Bulldogs over the Emory Eagles. And TLU's 1 victory away from a national championship. Hard ground ball, glove by Cassie Roach. Low throw from second, but still in time to Madison Cates. That ball had base hit written all over it. Cassie Roach said, And Emory goes up and down 1-2-3 in the bottom of the 2-0 delivery. That ball's ripped out to left field. That'll make it into the left center gap, and that's going to be a double for Madison Cates. Standing up at second. A 1-out double for Cates. Chops it up the first baseline. It's touched by the first baseman. Then rolls out into the right field corner. Run's going to score. Sprinting around third, coming in to score, Madison Cates. And that's a double for Chastity Raines. Driving in, Madison Cates. That ball was sharply hit up the first baseline. Maddox digs in. Raines into her crouch, looking to run off second. The 1-0 pitch comes home from Miller. That ball's ripped out to left field. This could be trouble. That ball's deep into the UT Tyler tree line. A 2-run blast by Cassie Maddox and a 3-0 lead for the Bulldogs. Cassie Maddox gave it a ride. Katz will step in. Sarah Katz up for the second time. First pitch swing. That ball's lifted out to center field. Playable for Kelly Jordan. Caught for the 3rd out. And Chastity Raines works out of a 2nd and 3rd 1-out jam to keep a 0 on Emory's side of the scoreboard. After 3 complete, Texas Lutheran 3, Emory nothing. This ball's ripped deep to center field. You can kiss that softball goodbye. A solo home run for Rebecca Snow, her 2nd of the World Series, and the Bulldogs lead it 4-0 in the top of the 5th. Snow is 2 for 3 today, and she leads off TLU's half of the 5th with a solo blast. Skyler in the early game today was 2 for 3 with a double, 2 RBIs, and a run scored. So 3 hits in the championship series now. We're not done with game 2 yet. This ball's lifted out to center field. This could be trouble. Deep into the UT Tyler tree line. Back-to-back home runs for Rebecca Snow and Skylar Ouellette to start off TLU's half of the 5th. Deanna Hernandez to lead off TLU's half of the 6th. Bulldogs up 5-1 now. Emory capitalizing on a defensive miscue, an error to break up the shutout in the last half inning. First pitch swing, base hit, roped out to center field off the bat of Deanna Hernandez. It's caught on 1 bounce by Jenna Wilson. So Hernandez batting in the 8th spot, now 1 for 2 with a walk. She has reached base the last 2 times. Lifts this one out to center field, running backwards Wilson. The runner Hernandez tagging up from third. She'll come in to score, sacrifice fly, and TLU leads it 6-1. Hernandez scoring on the sac fly by Casey Martin. 2-2 pitch, chopped up the third baseline, glove by Maddox on the bounce. Perfect toss to Cates, 1 down for Emory in the bottom of the 7th. Rounder left side of the infield, Maddox scoops it up. Another perfect throw to Madison Cates. The Bulldogs are 1 out away from a title. 2 down, bases empty. Now the 1-0 pitch. Swing, that's lifted out to center field for Jordan. Caught! The Texas Lutheran Bulldogs are national champions of NCAA Division III softball. The Bulldogs sweep Emory 12-4 and 6-1 on Memorial Day to win the first national championship in the history of the school's softball program. And the celebration on the field is underway. Big group hug in the pitcher's circle, and the fans are going nuts here. The TLU Bulldogs, after 5 straight years of winning conference titles and not being able to make it out of the regional round, advanced through the regionals and the supers. They earned the 4 seed in the D3 World Series, and they roll through this tournament 5-0. Open up with a 7-1 win over Williams on Thursday. Follow with a 7-6 win over Eastern Connecticut State on Friday. On semifinal Sunday, they knock out Trine with a 6-3 victory. And they close it out over the Emory Eagles with 2 wins today. 12-4 by run rule in Game 1.
6-1 in Game 2. Texas Lutheran will hoist the national championship trophy in Division III softball for the 2019 season.